We of the Mystic Rose Collective are here with you today to share our messages of love, peace, healing, and harmony. The message that we have to you today is in regards to something all humans struggle with, and that is judgment. Judgment is when you are looking at another and you are evaluating their actions, their personality, their beliefs as good or bad. And oftentimes, when judgment is most problematic, is when you are labeling another or even aspects of yourself as bad or negative or something that is not favorable to you. And when you do this, you are distancing yourself from the presence of love. The presence of love is understanding and accepting of everybody, regardless of their differences. Now, that is not to say that people who are causing harm, that you must accept the harm that they are causing. But instead, it is a recognition that if someone is causing harm to another, that they are violating the principles of love themselves. And so rather than this judgment, there must be boundaries and accountability for those individuals. And most of the time, for people that you do not actually know, you do not have to be the one to hold the boundaries or the accountability. You just excuse their presence from your life. But for people that you do know who are not acting in accordance of what you think is right or what you think is aligned, that is a different story. That is something that you must reflect upon within you to see, why is this such a problem for me? And while what you are perceiving to be unaligned with love may be accurate, we're not discounting the evaluation that you have had. Instead, what we are suggesting to you is that you do not label the person as bad. You do not label the person as an other. You label them as, this does not resonate with me at this time, and it is something that I am going to choose not to participate in. And so I withdraw my energy and attention from the thing that does not feel right for me. But when you are in judgment of another, there is a different frequency that is attached to that. And that frequency creates disharmony in your energetic field. It creates disharmony in the collective consciousness. And so what we encourage you to do is, when you recognize the judgment coming up, is to send yourself and that part of you love and compassion and understanding, and to do the same for the other, for the person that you have been holding in judgment. Even though you may believe with all of your might that your way is the best way and the most aligned way, by holding negativity towards that individual in your field, it does not do anything positive for anyone. It does not help your own healing and growth and ascension, nor does it help that person's. Everyone responds more positively to love and compassion and understanding. And so when you are judging another, you are blocking off the ability for growth to occur. So we will give you some examples to make this a little bit more clear for you. Now, there are, in the society that this channel is from, there are two major political parties. And while people do not always fall neatly on one side or the other, there is a great division in this country between the two political parties. And the people on the left held a great deal of judgment to the people on the right, and the right hold a great deal of judgment towards the people on the left. And while they do have very conflicting ideas and beliefs and values, one side believes that they are 100% correct, and the other side believes that they are 100% correct. And while one side may be a little more aligned with love, the judgment that they are holding for the other side is taking them out of that loving frequency, you see. So having this great division and this great judgment of people that you do not agree with does not benefit anyone. It does not help expansion in consciousness. It does not help people grow and learn and heal and change their way of thinking. Because if you approach somebody with that judgment and putting them down and insulting them because of what they believe, they will tune you out. They will not hear the messages that you have to share, and they will not be swayed to your side. And you may say, well, even if I approach them with understanding and compassion and love, they still will not be swayed to my side. And that may be true. We are not discounting that. However, you do not know the value of a seed planted. And so sometimes conversations, especially when they are not fraught with tension and verbal abuse and negativity towards another, may be a seed planted that will bloom in the future. You do not know. But what we can guarantee you is if you approach them with the negativity and the insults and the judgment, that they will never plant that seed, and that they will continue to see you in the same light of judgment. But when there is compassion coming from one side towards the other and the people that you are in disagreement with, then perhaps some of their own judgment may melt. And so what we say to you is, do not insult people that you disagree with. Do not put them down. Do not categorize them as evil. Try to open your awareness and expand your understanding of where they may be coming from. Try to understand how they got to the conclusions that they got to, while also evaluating your own conclusions. And what we have to say to that is that the only true conclusions that anyone should be making is that love is the answer to all questions. Love is what you wish to be in alignment with, and anything that is not of love, of compassion, of understanding, of accepting of differences, you are causing harm. And you may not see it as so because you believe so strongly in your beliefs. You believe that you are correct and that your way is the right way and that you are following the path of love. And often you are, and often you are not. Because when you are in judgment, you are not following the path of love. And we can understand that this concept may be difficult to embody, especially in the age that you are in. We are aware of what is happening in the human realm. We are seeing people being rounded up and put into cages, and their rights are being violated, and they are being treated in an inhumane way. And while the people who are against this are correct that this is not the path of love, what they are missing out on is changing the frequency of the collective consciousness, because their anger over what is happening and their judgment over what is happening is not helping. And we can understand at a human level how difficult it is to hold those truths together. That while what is happening to immigrants in the United States is inherently wrong and it is a violation of love, that the way to shift this is not through anger and fighting and division. It is through more love and planting seeds of love and encouraging others to see the immigrants who are being targeted as human beings who are worthy of love and dignity and being treated with compassion. But when the conversation turns towards monsters and evil and wrongdoers, that shuts down the others who are causing the harm from taking it in and learning new lessons. And we are not saying that anger is unjustified. And we are not saying that anger is something to sweep away. You cannot. You should not. Emotions are a guidance system. Emotions are here for you to experience in your human incarnation. And so you need to feel the emotion, let it rise through you, but do not act out of the emotion. Do not act out of the anger, because that will create more division. That will bring you further away from love. Feel it, let it move through your body, be with the experience, and then you shift into a higher state of consciousness. You call in divine love. You ask for divine love to guide you. You ask for divine love to help you in advocacy and helping you to share the love that you have for humanity with others without putting them down as well. That is how true and lasting change is going to occur in this planet. But the more that you are holding judgment in your heart towards others, the more that you are creating the fractures that need to be healed. This is not easy. We do not envy you for having to hold these truths together, because we in spirit exist in love. And that is what we know. And that is what we experience. And you, dear ones, incarnated on this planet so that you could have diversity in your experiences, so that you could understand anger and judgment and fear. And while that is not the dominant frequencies we wish for you to embody and experience in your life, our hope for you is to remember your source, remember your truth, remember your pathways to love, and to experience a peaceful, loving, and harmonious existence. We understand that there are other forces in this realm that pull you into vibrations that are further away from the frequency of love. And so it is easy to fall back into those more unaligned vibrations and that judgment of others. But true spiritual expansion and embodiment is learning to recognize the judgment as it is coming up in you and not feeling the need to act on it, to instead send that part of you love and to send the other love as well. We truly hope that we have made this message clear and understandable for you. And perhaps it will be a topic we continue to share messages on, because we feel it is a very important one. It has always been an important one, but your society is on the brink of change in major and powerful ways. You might see it as a tipping point, and your society can tip towards that of love or can tip backwards towards the fear. And we are here to share our messages of love, peace, healing, and harmony with you, because we wish to help you tip towards the essence of love. That is what you came here to do. You incarnated so that you could be a part of the loving revolution, so that you could be a part of the collective consciousness expansion and healing and upgrading and up-leveling. And we believe that humanity will get there. But the only way to get there is through love. We love you. We love you. We love you. And with that, our message is complete.